जो तुम हो ठाकुर तो हम पुजारी, दया करो है दयालु भगवान, दया करो है दयालु भगवान। शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारे, दया करो है दयालु भगवान। प्रदान करो महान शक्ति, भरो हमारे में जान भक्ति, तभी कहाओगे तापहारी, दया करो है दयालु भगवान, दया करो है दयालु भगवान। शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारी, दया करो है दयालु भगवान, दया करो है दयालु भगवान, दया करो है दयालु भगवान।
Thank you, Neil, for that bhajan. I'd now like to call on Baiji Kisna to give us the next bhajan.
Namaste. सुख के सब साथी, दुख में न कोई, सुख के सब साथी, दुख में न कोई। मेरे राम तेरा नाम, एक साझा दूजा न कोई, सुख के सब साथी, दुख में न कोई। जीवनानी जानी छाया, जीवनानी जानी छाया, ज्योति माया ज्योति काया, फिर काहे को सारी उमरिया, फिर काहे को सारी उमरिया, पाप की गठरी हुई, सुख के सब साथी, दुख में न कोई। ना कुछ तेरा ना कुछ मेरा, ना कुछ तेरा ना कुछ मेरा, ये जग जोगी वाला फेरा। राजा हो या रंग सभी का, राजा हो या रंग सभी का, अंत एक सा होई। सुख के सब साथी दुख में न कोई। बाहर की तू माटी फाके, बाहर की तू माटी फाके, मन के भीतर क्यों ना झाके। कुंजल तन पर मान किया, कुंजल तन पर मान किया, और मन की मैल न धोई। सुख के सब सारी दुख में न कोई। मेरे राम तेरा नाम एक साचा तू जान कोई। सुख के सब साथी दुख में न कोई। Namaste.
Thank you for that lovely bhajan rendition by G. Kisna. I'll now ask our Dr. Pandit Vinesh to give us the next bhajan.
इसको जीवन में सबने उतारा, इसको जीवन में सबने उतारा। सत्य का प्यार बोले तारा तारा बोले, यही प्यारे प्रभु का बड़ा नाम है। ओम ओम बोले रोम रोम बोले, यही प्यारे प्रभु का बड़ा नाम है। ओम ओम बोले रोम रोम बोले, यही प्यारे प्रभु का बड़ा नाम है। यही प्यारे प्रभु का बड़ा नाम है। यही प्यारे प्रभु का बड़ा नाम है।
Thank you, Vinesh. Thank you, Vinesh, for that wonderful bhajan. Again, welcome all to another Sunday Satsang. We will now commence our Sandhya.
Placing our right palms in our left palm. touching our body limbs. Om Vak Vak,
Om Pranah Pranah, Om Chakshu Chakshu, Om Shotram Shotram, Om Nabhi, Om Hridayam, Om Kantha, Om Shirah, Om Bahubhyam Yashobhanam, Om Karata Prishte.
Marjana, touching the body limbs again with sacramental water.
Om Bhupunatu Shirasi, Om Bhuvaha Punatu Nitrayo, Om Swaha Punatu Kanthe, Om Maha Punatu Hridaye, Om Janaha Punatu Nabhyam, Om Tapaha Punatu Padayo, Om Satyam Punatu Punah Shirasi, Om Kham Brahma Punatu Sarvatra.
Pranayam, touching the body with both sets of palms.
Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam.
Atagamarshana, cleansing ourselves of sinful tendencies.
Om Vitam Sha Satyam Sha Bhidha Tapasodya Jayata, Tato Ratveya Jayata, Tataha Samudro Arnavaha. Om Samudra Arnavadati, Samvatsaro Ajayata, Ahoratrani Vigadat, Vishwasya Mishako Vashi. Om Surya Chandrama Saudhata, Yatha Purvama Kalpayat, Divam Cha Prithivim Cha Tariksham Matho Swaha.
Manasa Parikrama. Om Prachi Dhiradipati Rasito, Rakshita Ditya Ishavaha, Tebhyo Namo Dipatibhyo Namo, Rakshitrebhyo Namah, Ishubhyo Namah, Ebhyo Astu, Yosman Dvaishyam Vayam, Dvishmasam Vojamhe Dadma. Om Dakshina Digindro Dipatischirashiraji, Rakshita Pitaraishavaha. Om Pratichi Varuno Dipati, Pridako Rakshita Namaishavaha. Om Udichi Diksomo Dipati, Swajo Rakshita Shaneishavaha. Om Dravadik Vishnuradipati, Kalmashagrivo Rakshita Virudaishavaha. Om Udvadik Brihaspatiradipati, Switro Rakshita Varshamishavaha. Tebhyo Namo Dipatibhyo Namo, Rakshitribhyo Namah, Ishubhyo Namah, Ebhyo Astu, Yosman Vaishyam Vayam, Dvishmasam Vojam
feeling the living presence of God after having a direct vision of Him.
ॐ उद्वयं तमसस्परि स्वाहा पश्यन्त उत्तरम् देवं देवता सूर्यमगन्धज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ द्वितीयं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृश्ये विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानामुदकादनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्याग्नेयः आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्यात्मा जगतस्तस्युषस्य स्वाहा ॐ तक्षशुरदेवहितं पुरस्तात् शुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येमा शरदः शतं जीवेमा शरदः शतं शृणुयामा शरदः शतं प्रब्रवामा शरदः शतम् अदीनाः स्यामा शरदः शतं भूयश्च शरदः शतात् भूयश्च शरदः शतात् भूयश्च शरदः शतात्
अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री गुरु मन्त्रः
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् O soul of life, the holy King of kings, O Lord of all the regions high and low, O Lord of joy, whose glory nature sings, who shapes the earth and lets the mortals grow. We seek thy blessed feet to meditate upon thy glorious form of holy light, which drives away the gloom of sins we hate, and makes the souls of righteous people bright. My heart, O Father, meekly prays to thee, to win thy grace to make me good and wise, and bless my mind with knowledge full and free, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. He Ishwar Dayanidhe Bhavat Kripayanena now I bow to thee, O God of calm, O God of peace and Lord of bliss divine. Thy grace supplies to burning hearts a balm. Thy blessings in my right desire shine. I also thank thee for thy rule benign, thy kind protections and thy blessings sweet. And those who are the dreaded foes of mine, I lay them humbly at thy gracious feet. Yes, God, I lay them humbly at thy gracious feet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Iti Sandhyopasana Vidi Samadha.
We have now come to the end of our Sandhya. This morning, we will now ask Didi Kavita for the next bhajan. We will now ask the children to graciously come off stage.
तुम बिनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का, सन्मार्ग दिखा करके उद्धार करो सबका, उद्धार करो
you, Didi Kavita, for that touching bhajan. We give a humble namaste to all those that have just arrived or joined by any online means. We will now ask our pundits and panditas to perform the sankalp.
From the page.
Shri Brahmano Dvitiya Praharare Vaivasvata Manvantare Ashtavinshati-tame Kali-yuge Kali-pratham Charane Asmin Rakshasa Vikram Samvatsare Phalgun Mase Shukla Pakshe Ravivasare Saptami Tithau Kritika Nakshatre Vanich Karne Vaitriti Yoge Queens Nagare New York Pradesh America Deshe Maharshi Dayananda Gurukula Arya Samaja Mandire Ayam Saptahika Satsanga Prarabhyate Ayam Saptahika Satsanga Prarabhyate Ayam Saptahika Satsanga Prarabhyate.
Thank you, pundits and panditas, for a very well done sankalp. We will now move forward straight into our hawan.
Namaste, Gurukul family. Today, one of our members sponsors lunch because this week was her birthday, Binwati Dayal. So she sponsored lunch today for her Gurukul family. So we want to wish her all the best, good health, and happiness as she graces her birthday. Thank you. So you can make an answer. She's not here? No, she's not here.
Any family member? Sister Idira's family. Sister Idira, sit down.
Attachment.
Om Amritopasaranamasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yasha Shrimai Shri Shrayatam Swaha.
Attachment. Sparshah. Touching our body limbs.
Om Vangmaasayastu. Om Nasur me Prano Astu. Om Akshanur me Chakshurastu. Om Karnayor me Shotram Om Bahur me Balam Astu. Om Urvorma Ojo Astu. Om Arishtani me Anani Tanusavami Sahasantu.
Ateshwar Stuti Prarthano Upasana. Om
Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanasuva. Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartadagre Bhutasya Jata Patirekasi Sadadhar Prithvi Vyamutema Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Yatmada Baladayasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva. Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityu Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Yapranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Viraja Jagato Babhuva Yaisheyasya Vipadashatushvaraha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Yena Dyorugra Prithvi Charvita Yena Swaha Sabritam Yena Nakaha Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanaha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Prajapate Natvadetananyo Vishwajatani Parita Babhuva Yakamaste Johomastano Astu Vayam Syama Patayorayena. Om Sano Bandhur Janita Savidhata Dhamani Veda Bhuvanani Vishwa Yatra Deva Amritamanashanas Triti Dhamanyadhyayanta. Om Agninaya Supatharaya Yasmat Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yoyodyasmat Shoranayeno Bhuishtate Namokim Videma. हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति करता समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए। जो कल्याण कारण गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ हैं वे सब हमको प्राप्त कराइए।
O God, O Creator of this universe, O radiant cause of all manifestations, do remove from us all that is difficult in our experience and all tendencies to transgress your laws,
and bring unto us all that is beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious.
O Prajapati, O Master of this entire creation, no one, except you, can supersede the creatures of this visible and of other invisible worlds. May those desires for which we come to your shelter be fulfilled. May we be masters of earthly and heavenly riches.
Atha swasti vachanam.
Om Manire Purohitam Yajasya Devam Ritwijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Om Sanahabhideva Sunave Agni Subhayano Bhava Sajaswanaha Swastaye Om Swasti Pinthamanakshirema Surya Chandramasa Viva Punaradadanata Janata Sangame Mahi Iti Samshepataha Swasti Vachanam Atha Shanti Karanam Om Shanna Indragni Bhavatamamobhi Shanna Indra Varuna Ratavya Shamindra Soma Subhitaya Shamyo Shanna Indra Pushana Vajasato
Om Shanno Bhagaha
Shamunah Shansu Astu Shannaha Purandri Shamusanturayah Shannaha Sarvasam Suryamasa Shamsaha Shanno Aryama Purujatu Astu Om Shannaha Somo Bhavatu Brahma Shannaha Shanno Ravanaha Shamusantu Yajya Shannaha Swarnamitayo Bhavantu Shannaha Prasvaha Shamavastu Vedi
Iti Samshepataha Swasti Shanti Karanam
Atha Shiva Sankalpa Mantra Om Yajagrato Turamudeti Devam Tadu Suptasya Tathaiveti Duram Gamam Jyotisha Jyotirekam Tanme Mana Shiva Sankalpamastu
Om Yena Karmanya Paso Manishino
Yaje Krivanti Vidate Shudira Yadapurvam Yakshamantaha Prajana Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Om Shusharthirashvani Vayam Manushya Neniyate Vishubhirvajinaiva Pratishtam Yadajiram Javishtam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu
Sanaha
Pavasvasham Sham Janaya Shamarvate Sham Rajano Shadibhyaha.
No fear from our friends, nor from those who are unfriendly to us. No fear from the known, nor from the unknown. No fear in the night, nor in the day. May we be friends unto all directions, and may all directions be friendly unto us.
Abhayam Mitraya, Abhayam Mitraya, Abhayam Jataya, Abhayam Parokshat, Abhayam Bhaktam, Abhayam Divanaha, Sarvasha, Mama Mitram Bhavantu, Sarvasha, Mama Mitram Bhavantu, Iti Sanshepatah, Shanti Karanam, Athani Pradipanam.
बचे पाप के कर्मों से, बचे पाप के कर्मों से, सदा शुभ कर्म करे, रहे दूर बुराई से, रहे दूर बुराई से। सब है मेहमान यहाँ, सब है मेहमान यहाँ, करते जो भलाई गए, गुनहगार गुनहगार यहाँ, गुनहगार गुनहगार यहाँ। भगवान को याद करें, भगवान को याद करें, अनमोल है जीवन ये, नहीं से बर्बाद करें, नहीं से बर्बाद करें, नहीं से बर्बाद करें। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः, ओम भूर्भुवः स्वर्गोरिवभूना, पृथिवीवर्णः, तस्यास्ते पृथिवीरेव यजनि, पृष्ठेऽग्निं वर्णाधमना ध्यायादरे।
Let us all fan this sacrificial fire.
ओम उर्वुर्य
स्वाग्नि प्रतिजागरि, त्वमिषा पूर्ते संसृजेथामयं च, अस्मिन् सदस्ते अद्युतरस्मिन्, विश्वे देवा यजमानश्च सीदता, देवाश्च यजमानश्च सीदता।
अथ समिधानम् ओमयन्तरित्मात्मा
जातवेदसेने, ध्रस्व वर्धस्व चेतावर्धय, चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसे, नानार्थेन समेधय स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे, इदं न मम। ॐ समिधाग्निं दुवस्य बोधयतातिथिम्, अस्मिन् हव्याजुहोतन, सुसमिधाय शोषिषे, घृतं तीव्रं जोतन, अग्नये जातवेदसे स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये idam namah. Tantva samidhirangiro hritena vardhayamasi. Brihachochaya vishya swaha. Idam agnay angirase idam namah.
Ata panchagrita ahutaya. Om
Ayanta idmahatma jata vedastene dhasva vardhasva cheta vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahma varchase nanadena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnay jatavedase idam namah. Om ayanta idmahatma jatavedasene yasva vardhasva cheta vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahma varchase nanadena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnay jatavedase idam namah. Om ayanta idmahatma jatavedasene yasva vardhasva cheta vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahma varchase nanadena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnay jatavedase idam namah. Om ayanta idmahatma jatavedasene yasva vardhasva cheta vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahma varchase nanadena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnay jatavedase idam namah.
Fifth and final time.
Om ayanta idmahatma jatavedasene dhasva vardhasva cheta vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahma varchase nanadena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnay jatavedase idam namah.
Atha cha
Prasinchana.
Arite anumanyasva. Om anumate anumanyasva. Om saraswati anumanyasva.
सविता प्रसुवयजं पतिं भगाय दिव्यो गन्धर्वः कीर्तनः पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचनः स्वरतु
अथ आकारावाच्यभागाहुतयः
अग्नये स्वाहा इदमग्नये इदं न मम ॐ सोमाय स्वाहा इदं सोमाय इदं न मम ॐ प्रजापतये स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये इदं न मम ॐ इन्द्राय स्वाहा इदमिन्द्राय इदं न मम
अथ घृतसामग्री आहुतयः ॐ
सूर्यो ज्योतिर्ज्योतिसूर्यः स्वाहा ॐ सूर्यो वर्चो ज्योतिर्वर्चः स्वाहा ॐ ज्योतिसूर्यः सूर्यो ज्योतिः स्वाहा ॐ सजुर्देवेन सवित्रा सजुषसेन्द्रवत्या जुषाणः सूर्यो वेतु स्वाहा ॐ अग्निर्ज्योतिर्ज्योतिरग्निः स्वाहा ॐ अग्निर्वर्चो ज्योतिर्वर्चः स्वाहा सजुर्देवेन सवित्रा सजुरात्रेन्द्रवत्या जुषाणो अग्निर्वेतु स्वाहा ॐ भूरग्नये प्राणाय स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये प्राणाय इदं न मम ॐ भूर्वायवे प्राणाय स्वाहा इदं वायवे प्राणाय इदं न मम ॐ स्वरादित्याय व्यानाय स्वाहा इदम् आदित्याय व्यानाय इदं न मम ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वरनि वायवादित्येभ्यः प्राणपानव्यानेभ्यः स्वाहा इदमग्निवायवादित्येभ्यः प्राणपानव्यानेभ्यः इदं न मम ॐ आपो ज्योतिरसो अमृतं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवः स्वरो स्वाहा ॐ यामे लामे वगना पितरश्चोपासते तया मां मध्यमे दयाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर् दुरितानि परासुः यद्भद्रं तन्नः स्वाहा ॐ अग्नेनय सुपथाराय यस्मात् विश्वानि भक्तिं विदेव स्वाहा
अथ पूर्णाहुतिरूप आघारावाच्य भागाहुतयः ॐ अग्ने स्वाहा इदम् अग्नये इदं न मम ॐ सोमाय स्वाहा इदं सोमाय इदं न मम ॐ प्रजापतये स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये इदं न मम ॐ इन्द्राय स्वाहा इदमिन्द्राय इदं न मम ॐ भूरग्नये स्वाहा इदमग्नये इदं न मम ॐ भूर्वायवे स्वाहा इदं वायवे इदं न मम ॐ स्वरादित्याय स्वाहा इदमादित्याय इदं न मम ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वरग्नि वायुवादित्येभ्यः स्वाहा इदम् अग्नि वायुवादित्येभ्यः इदं न मम
Everybody step back a little. Page 487. All the Pandits will lead in the mantras. Today, Ariana and Vinesh, they're saying some prayers for their nanny, Auntie Betty, who is very sick. And in their prayers, they want to ask God that may she have a speedy recovery and come back home soon with them. Nahi chahiye rang mahalna dhan daulat ki shaan hum to मांगे तुझसे मालिक एक संतोष प्रदान ये घर घर पे खुशियाँ हो सदा सुख की हरियाली हो नहीं चाहिए रंग महलना धन दौलत की शान हम तो मांगे तुझसे मालिक एक संतोष प्रदान ॐ यते माता यते पिता जामिर्भ्राता ससर्जता प्रत्यक्सेवस्य भेषजम् जरदष्टिं कृणोमि त्वा स्वाहा ॐ अङ्गभेदो अङ्गज्वरो यस्य ते हृदयामया यस्माः श्रेण इह पापतन् वाचा सादः परस्तरं स्वाहा ॐ मातृदेवो भव स्वाहा पितृदेवो भव स्वाहा आचार्यदेवो भव स्वाहा ॐ अतिथि now call on Bhai Krishan to make some offerings for their dear friend Bhai Daulat Budram. His mom has passed, and Bhai Krishan wants to make some offerings. And Bhai Krishan say it is our Guruji's friend also. Yes, okay, Bhai Krishan wasn't here to hear that we had said it's his friend Bhai Daulat, who had mom, Bhai Daulat mom, who has passed. So he's going to make some offerings for him.
Bhai Daulat, myself, and Guruji were friends. Bhai Daulat is from Leonora, and he and his father were very much involved in the Leonora Mandir. So his mother passed away 2 days ago, so the mother lives in New Jersey. So I'll talk about it with her.
Go slowly, you're on
Om tapasaye anadrishyas tapasaye swaryayoho tapoye chakrire mahas tam shirevapi gacchatat swaha. Om ye yudyanti pradhaneshu shuraso ye danutyajaha ye vasahasradakshinas tam shirevapi gacchatat swaha. Om prehi prehi patibhir purvebhir yajranah purve pitara pareyoho ubharajanah swadhaya madanta yamam pashyasi varunam cha devam swaha.
जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ,
दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ.
नहीं कदमों के भी निशान, दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाते हैं जाने वो जाने वो कौन नजरिया आए जाए हद न बबरिया आए जब जब उनकी यादें आए हो तुम्हें फरियादें जाके फिर न आने वाले जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ कैसे ढूंढे कोई उनको नहीं कदमों के भी निशान दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ.
Sister Indira, we'd like to ask you to come up to make an offering for your family member. It's her birthday? It's her birthday? बेकरार हो के दामन थाम लूं मैं किसका क्या मिसाल मैं तेरी थाम लूं मैं किसका
birthday, Vedvati, and she has given the honor. She has made bhajan for all of us today, and we thank her very much. May she live to see 100 years and more with health and strength, and may she be able to serve society. Om, Om, Om Takchakchurdevahitam Purastat Shukram Ukcharat Pashema Sharanashatam Jivema Sharanashatam Shriyama Sharanashatam Prabhavama Sharanashatam Adinasyama Sharanashatam Bhuyascha Sharanashatam Swaha Om Matridevo Bhava Swaha Pitridevo Bhava Swaha Acharya Devo Bhava Swaha Om Atiti Devo Bhava Swaha. Anybody more going to make any offerings today? Okay, if nobody else is going to make any offering, we will conclude the Havan. You can guys go.
Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhurbhuvah
Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha
Atha Srishtakrit Ahuyate Atha Mohan Bhog Ahuyate Om Yadasya Karmanodhyavisham Yadvanunamihakaram Agnishta Srishtakrit Vidyat Sarvam Srishtam Sutam Karotame Agnaye Srishtakrite Samudahute Sarvapayashchitahutinam Kamanam Samardhayate Sarvana Kaman Samardhaya Swaha Idamagnaye Srishtakrite Idam Namama Ata Puna Ata Prajapati Ahuti Om Swaha Idam Prajapate Idam
stand for the final offerings.
Sarvam Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Purnam Swaha.
All the kids. With all the children. All of you go in front. All the children.
Om Tanpagnesi Tanvam Me Pahi. Om Ayurdagnesi Ayur Me Dehi. Om Varchodagnesi Varcho Me Dehi. Om Agne Agne Tanva Omanam Tanva Prina. Om Medha Me Deva Savita Dadhatu. Om Medha Me Devi Saraswati Dadhatu. Om Medha Me Ashrino Deva Madhakam Pushkarasracham. Om Vakshama Apyayatam. Om Pranashama Apyayatam. Om Chakshusama Apyayatam. Om Shrotram Chama Apyayatam. Om Yashobharam Chama Apyayatam. Om Bhuvah Swaha Abhishunah Sakina Avita Charitrena Shatam Bhavasyutaye Shatam Bhavasyutaye Shatam Bhavasyutaye Iti Agnihotram Iti Agnihotram Iti Agnihotram.
Let us all be seated.
All the children come to sing Pujani. Come this way to sing Pujani. Or sit right there, take your mic. From all the children. Sit right there in front. Sit right in front. Turn around, right.
We will now have the children sing Pujani.
Turn around right here. Right there, turn around right. Okay, now?
Pujaniya
Yajaman Dan.
Yajman Dan.
Om Swasti Pantamanujharena Surya Chandramasa Viva Punaradandatagnata Janata Sangame Mahi Om Swasti Om Swasti Om Swasti.
We have just completed our Hawan service for today, and now I would call upon Pandita Nivini, Nivedita, to render us a bhajan.
Dayananda
you very much, Pandit and Nivedita, for rendering a bhajan for us. We will now ask Mataji Ahilia for another bhajan.
Namaste, all divine souls. तेरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, ओ तेरा मन दर्पण कहलाए। भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को देखे और दिखाए, तेरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, ओ तेरा मन दर्पण कहलाए। मन ही देवता, मन ही ईश्वर, मन से बड़ा है कौन। मन ही देवता, मन ही ईश्वर, मन से बड़ा है कौन। मन उजियारा जब जब पहले जग उजियारा हो, इस उजले दर्पण पर प्राणी धूल न जमने पाए, तेरा मन दर्पण कहलाए, ओ तेरा मन दर्पण कहलाए। सुख की ठलिया दुख के खाते, मन सब खाधा। सुख की ठलिया दुख के खाते, मन सब खाधा। मन से कोई बात छुपे ना,
Mataji Halia for your rendition of Dera Mana Darpan Kelai. From this, we will now move forward to our very own Pandita Amrita for today's Pravachan.
Namaste to all. My dear family, those of you who are here today, those of you who are not here at home, those on the internet, my sincere namaste to you all. Today we're trying to finish a little early, so I'll go straight into our pravachan. Those of you who have mics, we all can sing together, Kaho Ikabar. Kaho Ikabar hai mitro, Sanatan dharm ki jai ho. Kaho Ikabar hai mitro, Vedic dharm ki jai ho. Sanatan dharm ki jai ho. Vedic dharm ki jai ho. Vedic dharm ki jai ho. Arya Samaj ki jai ho. Kaho Ikabar hai mitro, Sanatan dharm ki jai ho. Vedic dharm ki jai ho. Arya Samaj ki jai ho. Let us all join in prayer, the children. And sometimes I look up, I see some of you are not paying attention. So let us all join together in prayer. Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityaho Kasmai Devaya Abhisha Vidhema. He who gives us the consciousness that we are souls and provides us with strength. He whom all wise men worship and whose commands they all obey. He under whose shade flows the nectar of immortal bliss, and opposing whom brings us daily death. Unto that blissful divinity do we offer our worship with love and devotion. My topic today is forms of wealth. When we hear wealth, what really comes to our mind? What is wealth? For most of us here, wealth is considered an abundance of material possessions and resources. A wealthy person we know is considered a rich person, a person with lots of money, houses, cars, etc. But according to the Rig Veda Manimala, Guruji's translation, there are 3 forms of wealth. In this mantra it says, Tavedindra avamam vasu Tvam pushyasi madhyamam Satra vishvasya paramasya rajasi Nakishtva goshu vrinvate Nakishtva goshu vrinvate. And this mantra means, O Indra, the individual soul, yours is the lowest form of wealth. you also cherish and possess the middling wealth, and indeed, you rule over everything you considered to be the highest wealth. No one living in any part of the earth can oppose and resist you. And if we are to go back to the mantra, there are some key words I'm going to really look at today, and they are Tava avamam vasu, yours is the lowest. Madhyamam vasu, the middling wealth, that's the second. And the third, Vishwasya Paramasya, the highest wealth. I'm going to look at each one of them in detail. The first one, I'm going to ask the kids to read. Someone who's going to read. Avamam Vasu, the lowest wealth.
Avamam Vasu, lowest wealth. This consists of all material possessions, money, jewelry, land, etc. However, Ved says we must have material wealth to take care of the necessities of life. We need food, clothing, a comfortable home, books, etc. Material wealth plays a definite role in our lives.
Yes. This what we consider as material wealth does play a definite role in our life. Why? It is because we need it every day. We need wealth because we want to live comfortably. We need wealth, we need money because we have to buy the necessities of life. We have to have clothing, the children must have books, clothing, shoes, everything to go to school. We need to have a comfortable home to live in. And and it's so funny. One day, the same week as I was thinking of this Pravachan, something happened. A little child, one of my students came to me and said, in my ears, Miss Prasad, I have a secret to tell you. I said, what it is? Oh, you know what? My mom bought me a Jordan's boots. I said, really? He said, yes, and look, here it is. And he was so proud of his boots that he kept going around the classroom showing everyone. So my point is that we need to have money, and you know what's the cost of that? Jordan's boots. And you know it's brand name. So the kids, even though, they're so little, they still look at their friends, what they have. And even if we may say it's a necessity, but brand name is not really a necessity. But with them, they feel that they must have whatever their friends have. And so we must have material wealth to take care of our everyday needs. And to support this and to encourage us to have material wealth, the Rig Veda also said, our wealth must shine. Sano diti varishtaya sreshtaya cha sumatya Agniraya didihi naha suvrikti bheda varenya suvrikti bheda varenya.
O Lord, who leads us onward while beaming the flashlight of wisdom, you are worthy of our choice and acceptance, with actions and thoughts that are gracious and of superior quality. We approach you while chanting sweet songs of praise, and we ask that you make our wealth radiant and shining.
Yeah, we ask God that even though we need wealth, we ask God, make it radiant and shining. And in this mantra, we ask God to whatever wealth we have acquired, shine. But for this to happen, we must possess actions and thoughts that are of superior quality. Now, what are superior quality? Qualities that are superior are those that, we use our money to share to others. We do not hold them. We use them wisely, and we use them to benefit benefit others. We see from this mantra that God wants us to have wealth. We must have wealth. But even to that, he still regarded or classified it as the lowest form, because this one here, the first one, is regarded as the lowest form of wealth. So now what are the two others? Do you remember I said from the beginning there were three forms of wealth. The second form of wealth, Madhyamam Vasu, which Guruji described as the middling wealth. This wealth is related to the mind, intellect, and ego. When you use your mind and intellect to make intelligent choices, you can be wealthy in a superior way. Middling wealth gives purpose and direction to material wealth. So through our mind, it means the things we think about, our intellect, through our decisions, and ego, our likes and dislikes. So we have to have a good mind. We have to be able to make good decisions when we have our money. Okay? And when we say superior way, there are two ways. The superior way, you can use it, the superior or the inferior way. The superior way is when we use it to benefit everyone and benefit ourselves, our growth, and our upliftment. The inferior way is that we use it, we squander it, we do things that we're not supposed to do with it. So we ask God in this mantra, Om Indrasresthani Dravinani Dehi Chitim Dakshasya Subhagvatyamasme. O God, the Master of Opulence, bestow upon us the best of treasures that include an efficient mind. The mantra says, Chitim Dakshasya. Why we need an efficient mind? Because without an efficient mind, we won't be able to preserve the wealth we have accumulated. We will not be able to use it wisely, and it will disappear. So, we can have all the money we in this world, but if we do not know how to use it, how to preserve it, how to have good thoughts about using our whatever we have, we're not going to be able to keep it and use it wisely, and it will disappear. Certainly, we need to be intelligent enough to know how to manage what we have, otherwise we won't have any at all. It will disappear. That's the second one. The third form of wealth. What's the third form of wealth? Viswasya Paramasya. Somebody read?
This wealth is regarded as the highest form of wealth. It is the experience of God in your life. Some people believe in God, some do not, and a few experiences God as a reality.
Yeah, so what's the highest form of wealth? If you have been following me, can anyone tell me? Any of the children? Remember we spoke of the first one, yes, Banesh? Okay, but the third form, which is called Vishwasya Paramasya, is the highest one, and it's the experience of God, knowing God. So having material things is just the lowest form. Knowing how to use it, that's the second form. But above all, and the highest of all, is our knowledge of God. Knowing God, knowing who He is, praying to Him because He's the only one who should be our object of devotion. How can we have that wonderful experience, to experience God in our life? Many of us, according to what this mantra says, many of us do not experience God. Many people listen, hear about it. Many people do not believe in God. Some of us want to, some of us do not know how to experience it. Now, how can we have that wonderful experience, to experience God in our life? And the Rig Veda also said, Nakirindra tvad uttaro, najaya nasti vritrahan, nakireva yathatvam, nakireva yathatvam. This mantra says, O God, we call out to you alone because we realize that only you excel in qualities, functions, and nature. No one is superior to you. In fact, no one is like you. So our knowledge of God, which is supposed to be the highest form of wealth, help us to realize that only Him, only God, can excel in all qualities and functions. No one is superior to Him. Nobody is in front of Him. He is the cause of everything. He is the one that does everything that's possible. We should believe in Him. He should be our only object of devotion. Because in times of need, only God can help us, no one else. All the wealth in the world we have, all the material things, will go one day. No one can help us in our final destination but God. So which one of the wealth you think we should really possess? Anyone? Children? I know material wealth we must have because it helps us to live comfortably. Knowing how to use it is important, but above all is our experience with God. Knowing that He is the root cause of everything. To summarize this Pravachan, a person who is blessed with all three forms of wealth is very fortunate. He has material wealth. He knows how to use it intelligently and is always in constant embrace with God. So in other words, he's like a king. Why I say king? Because he has everything he needs and everything he wants. So to support this, I have a bhajan. I'm going to ask our singers to help me. Japo mannam Ishwar ka vahi mukti ka data hai. Japo mannam Ishwar ka yahi mukti ka data hai. Japo mannam Ishwar ka vahi mukti ka data hai. Vahi palan bade sabka. Vahi palan bade sabka. Vahi sabka सखाता है. जपो मन नाम ईश्वर का वही मुक्ति का दाता है. O man, chant the name of God, for He will free you from the terrible pain you are feeling right now. He sustains everything worthy and destroys everything unworthy. Siva usake nahi dekha, situ is jag mein na deta hai, na dara hai, na deta hai, na dara hai, na bandhu hai, na mata hai. Japo man naam Ishwar ka vahi mukti ka data hai. Other than Him, there is no one to be your benefactor, and in this wild world, not even your son, wife, brother, or mother. I'll end here. I'm not going to go further. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you have learned something on the 3 different forms of wealth. And children, remember, material wealth is important, but also you need to have spiritual wealth. You need to know how to use them intelligently and make wise choices. Thank you, and namaste.
Thank you, Pandita Amrita, for your insightful pravachan on the various forms of wealth. Handling our material wealth with compassion is an important part of oneself. We must use our intellectual wealth and our observance of God to better ourselves and the world. We will now ask Pitaji Krishan for our announcements.
Thank you very much. In spite of the weather, I'm glad, I know we don't have too many of us attend today. Anyway, let's talk about last night. Last night at the Arya Spiritual Center, we had a wonderful program with the Bhajan Sammelan. And our children did an outstanding job. They captured the hearts of all the audience there. And all of us are very proud of what they have done last night. Children, thank you all very much. And that's due, without the help of Pandita Sai, Ben Leani, and Ben Vidita, and the parents, we couldn't have done it. They all made a major part, and it was extremely successful. The other thing is, the Gurukul was more representative last night. We had more of our people there, which tells wonderful. I always say, we cannot operate in a silo. The Gurukul, we are the leading mandir in the tri-state area. And I think we should we should achieve that status, because there's a lot of things we can do for the community. And, past practice has been a challenge. Those of you who don't know the history, what happened, but we have to bypass that and move forward. And as I said, the Gurukul is a leading organization in the tri-state area. And thanks to Guruji and all of us, we made a difference. Now, Pandit Jagdish, what about the Chautal singing? Are we?
Yes, we will have it.
Okay.
As soon as we close.
Also, there are several events coming up this year, and one of them is the summer camp. We have to start to form that group now so we can have the program. So I'll work with all the Pandits and Panditas, and Guruji had mentioned that. So the thing is, we can't do things impromptu. The camp should have started since December. So we're going to work on it now so we can have a successful camp. I have to get the dates when school will be closed. So I'll get that from my daughter-in-law because she's a school teacher. And next week, we can start to work on that program. Parents, children, thank you again for a wonderful job last night. Thank you. Namaste.
We also have Pagwa coming up, March 8th, Wednesday night at 6:30. And we have Women's Day, March 18th. That's the Saturday at 2 o'clock. So I would like everybody to turn out for that also. It's very important for the girls that grow up to be women and what they achieve. So I thank you, all the fathers that are supposed to be here, and the whole congregation. Thank you so much.
There's one thing I forgot. I talk about the Bhai Daulat from Leonora. His mother passed away. Bhai Daulat, myself, and Guruji were like this when we were growing up. So we have a history. Bhai Daulat father was a Pandit of the Leonora Mandir, and also Bhai Daulat was a Pandit of Leonora. Right now, Bhai Daulat lives in Costa Rica, but he's coming. The funeral is in New Jersey, and it's very far. It's the wake going to be on Zoom this evening from 4 to 7. I have the information, so people who wants to view it, please, you can take a picture from my phone to get the Zoom information. So I was hoping to go to New Jersey, but I have to check the distance. So it's very far from where they live. I don't know if Pandit Jagdish, if you know Bhai Daulat. Yes, Daulat Budram. Look at that. Pandit Amrita Prasad knows him very well. Yeah, thank you. So if you want to Zoom, yeah, I'll give you the information. Okay, thanks again.
Thank you, Mataji Renuka and Pitaji Krishan. At this time, we will now all stand for the Arti Bhajan.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano ke sankat Bhakta Jano ke sankat Shara mein doon kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo Tyave
शांतिरंतरिक्षं शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपः शांति औषधयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांति विश्वे देवा शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वं शांति शांतिरेव शांति प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की
जय।
वेदो धारक महर्षि दयानंद की
जय।
ब्रह्मर्षि स्वामी विरजानंद की
जय।
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की
जय।
भगवती माता सीता की
जय।
योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की
जय।
प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की
जय।
Mealtime prayer. Om Anna
आपते अनस्य नो देहि अनमेवस्य सुष्मिना प्रप्लनातारुन्तारिष भोजनो देहि द्रौपदी चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः